I want to do something a little bit different uh, because podcasts can be very interesting and the content of what you talk about could be very interesting. We're living in a twofold world where we're having to deal with the issue of a global pandemic, and then we're also dealing with race relation issues. One of the things I want to do is because a lot have been forgotten or pushed aside, but I want to look at the names of or the list of Negro League baseball teams that played back in the day. Uh, and this list follows the Negro League's Baseball Museum, Kansas City, Missouri, in using the term Negro Leagues for the highest level of play for black baseball during racial segregation in the United States. Many of these teams reorganized or relocated, which necessitated changing of names and frequently its players, staff, and owner. These are the other teams for blacks are included on the template. So we're going to do state by state. In Alabama, you had the Birmingham Black Barons, Mobile Black Bears, Mobile Tigers, Montgomery Gray Sox. Arkansas, you had the Little Rock Black Travelers. California had the Los Angeles White Sox, Oakland Larks, San Diego Tigers, San Francisco Sea Lions. Colorado had the Denver White Elephants. In Delaware, you had the Wilmington Potomacs. District of Columbia had the Washington Black Senators, Washington Elite Giants, Washington Pilots, Washington Potomacs, and the Washington Homestead Grays. Florida had the Jacksonville Redcaps. Georgia had the Atlanta Blackcrackers. Illinois had the Chicago American Giants, Chicago Brown Bombers, Chicago Columbia Giants, Chicago Giants, Chicago Union Giants, Chicago Unions, Leland Giants. Indianapolis had the Indianapolis ABCs, Indianapolis Clowns, Indianapolis Athletics. In the state of Kansas, they had the Kansas City Giants. Kentucky had the Louisville Blackcaps, Louisville Black Colonials, Louisville White Sox, Zulu Cannonball Giants. Louisiana had the Monroe Monarchs, New Orleans Black Eagles, New Orleans Crescent Stars. Here's one that's interesting because now it's the name of an NBA team, New Orleans Pelicans, New Orleans Stars, the Shreveport Acme Giants. Maryland had the Baltimore Black Sox, Baltimore Elite Giants. Massachusetts had the Boston Royal Giants. Michigan had the Detroit Stars, Detroit Wolves, Page Fence Giants. Minnesota had the St. Paul Colored Gophers and the Twin City Colored Giants. Missouri had the Kansas City Monarchs, St. Louis Stars, St. Louis Giants. New Jersey had the Atlantic City Baccarat Giants, the Cuban X Giants, Jersey City Colored Athletics, Long Branch Cubans, Newark Browns, Newark Dodgers, Newark Eagles. New York had the Brooklyn Eagles, Brooklyn Royal Giants, Harlem Stars, Lincoln Giants, Lincoln Stars, New York Black Yankees, New York Cubans. Ohio, well, Ohio has had a long list, so brace yourself because here it goes. Ohio had the Cincinnati Browns, Cincinnati Buckeyes, Cincinnati Clowns, Cincinnati Cubans, Cincinnati Tigers, the Cleveland Bears, the Cleveland Buckeyes, Cleveland Cubs, Cleveland Elites, Cleveland Hornets, Cleveland Red Sox, Cleveland Tate Stars, Cleveland Tigers, Columbus Elite Giants, Columbus Bluebirds, Dayton Marcos, Toledo Crawfords, Toledo Rays, Toledo Tigers. So Ohio was very well represented with Negro League history. The state of Oregon had the Portland Rosebuds. Pennsylvania had the Harrisburg Giants, Harrisburg Monrovians, Hilldale Daisies, Homestead Grays, Philadelphia Pythons, Philadelphia Giants, Philadelphia Stars, Philadelphia Tigers, Pittsburgh Crawfords, Pittsburgh Keystones. Tennessee had the Chattanooga Black Lookouts, Chattanooga Choo Choos, Memphis Red Sox, Nashville Elite Giants, the Tennessee Rats. Texas had the Austin Black Senators, the Houston Eagles, Mineola Black Spiders, San Antonio Black Broncos, San Antonio Black Indians. Washington had the Seattle Steelheads. Wisconsin had the Milwaukee Bears. Then we had traveling teams, the All Cubans, All Nations. Chappie Johnson's Stars, led by George Chappie Johnson from 1876 to 1949. Colored House of David, the Cuban Stars East, Cuban Stars West, Ethiopian Clowns. So there you have it. Teams that were in the Negro League Baseball League. So I guess the question would stand, of all those names listed, which team name do you think could stand in today's time? If they were to bring back a Negro League, could a Negro League survive and thrive in today's culture? And could some of those names pass, seeing that we're in a time and era where it's a very sensitive race relation era in which we are living in? Just some thoughts, just some questions. Some questions that may never get answered, or some questions that someone who hears this podcast may say, hey, I think I have an answer. Maybe it could work under these guidelines, or maybe it couldn't work due to certain ramifications that may happen. But I pose the question once again. Could the Negro League Baseball, if there was a return, could it survive and thrive in today's time? And would there be a market for it? After hearing this podcast, feel free to leave your comments, leave a question. I'll do my best to answer it. I'll research it, whatever it takes. But feel free to listen to the podcast, leave comments, share the podcast. I'm Anthony Smith. Take care of yourself and each other. Until next time, you have a blessed day.